I'll ever stop and think that Carmelo Anthony probably just didn't want to end up like one of the 9 African Americans that were unalived by Dylan Roof in that church while they were unarmed? Did y'all ever think of that? Hell, did that even upset y'all? That boy was rewarded with Burger King after he unalived those people, those unarmed people. Maybe Carmelo Anthony ain't want to go out like that.
Folks, obviously there are a ton of feminine men out there nowadays, and it's really a shame. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that there are so many things in the foods that we eat that affect hormones, that men are running around with testosterone levels lower than 200 nowadays. And it's one of the big reasons why I have Black Forest supplements on the channel. They have a product called Turkesterone with Tongkat Ali. I've taken it for a long time now. Gives me an extra edge in the gym, fantastic muscle growth, and it's truly an amazing product. So I've asked them to give you guys an awesome deal. I'm sure most of you guys are already taking it, but for the next 48 hours, you buy 2, you get 1 free. There's gonna be a link and code below the video. Go grab some truly amazing stuff. So guys, I'm sure most of you have heard about this, but I've seen so many things on the internet with justifications and 50 million other different things that I'm just kind of tired of hearing about it, to be honest with you. Let me start by saying this. Just because somebody disrespects you does not mean that you get to kill them, right? Like, if you go to a bar, most of us have been to a bar, and somebody comes up to you and pushes you, that does not give you an opportunity to pull out a knife and stab him in the heart. That's what happened in this situation, and it's heinous. I've talked about a situation I've been in before, but I've been in a bar. A dude thought I was someone else that he knew, that he thought owed them money, and he came up to me and shoved me. And as soon as he saw my face, he knew I wasn't the guy, but what do I take a gun out, shoot him? Oh, you pushed me, man. So I think the question everybody's been asking is, well, is this self-defense or is this murder? Let me put it to everybody like this. If you have to ask that question, it's murder. Like, seriously think about it. Was your life in danger? Did the guy have a weapon? Was the guy beating the shit out of you? Were you getting jumped by like 5 or 6 guys? If the answer is no to all of those, and you used deadly force against somebody, it's murder.
A lot of people are trying to say that the boy who taken away the other kid's life in Texas, it's self-defense. And now they're trying to make this thing as a race thing. The Black Lives Matter is trying to raise money just to have a GoFundMe account. But I just find this so disgusting, because where were y'all when all them people, all the black people, were taking each other's lives up in Chicago recently? Where were you guys at when all of the fires had occurred in Las Vegas? Where were you guys at when the hurricanes had taken away all the houses in Florida?
I mean, this guy's got a bunch of civil rights people behind him and BLM people, and I did a video on this on my other channel, and I had a bunch of people send me DMs on my Instagram. Oh, how could you say this dude should be put to death? Because we have a culture in America that most of us fucking hate. That's why. I don't know about everybody here, but I'm not down with all the ghetto crap going on in America. No, that's not racist. That's just me not being involved in a culture that promotes drugs, killing people, talking about killing people in fucking songs, and being gangster. How is that something that we're supposed to be like, oh yeah, please give me more? That's gonna make this country great. I mean, listen to this. They're trying to lower his bond.
And I can tell you that that enhanced security presence was really obvious as soon as folks drove up to Lobo Stadium in Deep Elm. Spectators as well as student athletes had to undergo screening before they could even go in the front doors. There was a very visible police presence at Lobo Stadium in Little Elm Monday. Student athletes and spectators were met by security personnel as soon as they walked up to the front doors. They had to go through metal detectors and have their bags checked before being allowed inside the UIL track meet. Little Elm and Frisco police also provided more security personnel.
And one way or another, people begin to sort of do the Monday morning quarterbacking by saying, look, we could have and may have done the following things.
Dr. Alex Del Carmen is a criminologist who has been following the developments in this case. Last Wednesday, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed after he was stabbed in the chest during a fight with 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony over what was said to be a seating dispute in the bleachers. Anthony has since been charged with first-degree murder.
Unfortunately, victimization could happen at any time, at any moment, even when we think that we are safe.
Okay, let me just get this right. He's already admitted guilt. His only saving grace at this point is if they deem it self-defense, which is about so far offline you could be on the moon and be yelling that down to earth and nobody would hear you. How about we get to a point in America where people start being accountable to the shit they do? I get it, man. You may have been angry. You may have felt disrespected. You may have had an ego involved. For sure had an ego involved. And what? Someone pushed you or tried to move you and you killed the guy? Look, I'm a devout Christian, so I always have to kind of pull myself back from what I really want to say here. But let me put it like this. If this was my son or my family, let's just say there would be no words. Wouldn't be doing interviews, wouldn't be talking about it. I would just handle it the way I saw fit. And it wouldn't be anything in regards to the justice system. And I feel like many of the people watching this show feel the same way. This is blood, this is family, and this was a heinous act of ego, no self-control, and being a part of a group in America that worships violence. Oh, I got 100 rounds ready to hit you. That's every other rap song nowadays. I don't know, isn't this an odd thing? Like, I love the people who are like, oh no, he shouldn't have put his hands on him. Look, we're all men here. If a man tells you to move and you challenge him and you just don't move, you're inviting it, right? Like, if we're all at a bar and my chick is sitting on a stool and my chair's right next to it and a dude is too close to my stool, I'm gonna go up to him and be like, hey, can you just back up a little bit? I'm trying to sit down and have a dinner with my girl. If he says no in a very disrespectful way, I'm gonna move his ass. Whatever happened to people being respectful? Like, hey, can you move? Like, move outside of our tent? I'll tell you what this stems from. I know I'm focusing a lot on the ghetto stuff and people listening to rap music, but ultimately this stems from people being too sensitive. If someone wants you to move, it's not about race, it's not about what you're doing, it's just they want you to fucking move. And you being a respectful person, just move.